Buying, selling or renting real estate in the Whitsundays? You need the team that will provide you with help, experience and results. Ray White Whitsunday sales team has over 100 years experience in local real estate, which is why Ray White Whitsunday sells more real estate than anyone else. Whether it's residential sales, commercial leasing, marine or rural sales, Ray White Whitsunday have the solution. So contact Ray White Whitsunday today and get the results you deserve.
It's 8:30, time for our weekly real estate market report, thanks to Ray White Whitsunday. And this morning we're talking to Mark Beale, the principal of Ray White Whitsunday. Mark, it wasn't that long ago that $1 million sale in the Airlie Beach area was an exception to the rule, but it's becoming quite standard these days, isn't it?
Well, traditionally, and going back to the first sale over $1 million, I remember that I think it was probably 2004 or 5. It was near Coral Sea Resort, first house to sell over $1 million, and it was really exciting. But like you said, $1 million for a house in Airlie Beach is... You'd be lucky to get one for that price at the moment. But basically what's driving that is the supply and demand. The Airlie Beach itself as a suburb is not that big. Like, you can drive around Airlie Beach in about 6 minutes in the car. So there's not many streets there to choose from. There's not many that have the lovely ocean views. And the buyers that are coming to town are coming and they want to get the ocean view. That's the main priority. If someone's moving to town, they want the ocean view. So probably 30% of the houses in Airlie Beach may not have a really nice ocean view. So that means there's even less that have an ocean view. And then if you don't want to be close to the road with a bit of road noise, the choices are even less. So, but if buyers are too picky, they won't find anything. But yeah, basically, supply and demand, and lots of people want to come to Airlie Beach in the first instance to move from down south, and be in amongst the action and the atmosphere.
So what's the difference between an average price and a median price in Airlie Beach?
Sure. So the average price is all of the prices. If there's 10 sales, add up all the prices divided by 10. That's the average price. If the median price is the middle price. So there might be a lot of high-end sales for that quarter, or a lot of low price houses that have sold. Therefore, the median price is higher or lower based on that. So the median price at the moment in Airlie for 2024 is about 1.15, and that's come back about a little over 20% on the previous year. And the reason why, like I said, is there's been slightly more sales in the lower price range, and there's only half a dozen, so there's not really many to choose from. But the average price, interestingly, is the highest price I've ever seen it, at just over $3 million for the average price. And that's because there's been a couple of high-end sales, in particular the house at the Beacons, which sold for over $13 million and settled early in the year. So that throws the average price out. So if we look at the stats for in a few months' time, we might see the average price for a house in Airlie Beaches drop down to 1.5 million, and that will make the figures look bad, and everybody will say the market's crashing, but it's not really the case.
You mentioned before those properties are traditionally well held. Is that trend starting to change a little bit?
Oh, look, in the last 10 years, you could look at the stats and you would see that there's more sales in the last 10 years in Airlie Beach than the previous 10. So on average, you're probably talking 15 houses a year are selling in Airlie Beach suburb at the moment. The previous 10 years, it was probably 8 or 9 houses selling every 10 years. So it's more tightly held back then, but then the demand wasn't there back then. So there just wasn't many sales. But there's only 4 houses for sale in Airlie Beach at the moment. So very little to choose from.
Yeah.
Pretty much starting at $1 million, 3.45, I think is the highest one. There's a beautiful one getting built up at Whitsunday around the 3.5, which is off the plan with amazing views. So yeah, there's not much to choose from, and so we should see those prices hold, I would think, or maybe even increase a little bit over time.
Traditionally, do you see when prices do accelerate, as they have since 2022, people do change their mind a little bit and go, well, I might cash in now?
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of people that take advantage of the opportunity and downsize for example, sell their property in Airlie for 2 and then buy an apartment for $1 million. They might be getting on to an older stage in their life if the house is too much maintenance and all those sorts of things. Not like the idea of having an apartment, they can just turn the key and go and do some travelling. So yeah, there's certainly a percentage of people that are doing that. So I guess the moral of the story there is if you have a house in Airlie Beach and you are thinking about selling down the track, it's still a good market, still a great time to sell, because Airlie Beach will continue to shine, in my opinion.
All right, Mark, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
IslandFM.